welcome back. My name's Melissa. I want to thank all of you that have subscribed to me lately. I greatly appreciate that. And those of you that just coming across me, I'm hoping to show you easy, affordable meals that can help stretch your budget, some tips, and hopefully it will help you be able to save some money because we now live in a time where the groceries are not going to be going down anytime soon. So anything that we can do to make things easier and more affordable and feel good about feeding our family is what I'm trying to do here. So if you like this, if you could give me a comment, subscribe, like, hit the bell button, and as I've been saying, there's all kinds of buttons to hit. Whatever you can hit, I greatly appreciate that. And today's menu is going to be meatloaf, mashed potatoes, and some yellow squash that I grew and froze for the winter. And my recipe with the meatloaf, you can adjust it to a larger family. We're only 2 people here, so I just make a pound, a little bit over a pound, and that stretches us for 2 meals, sometimes 3. So if you have, a lot of kids or, more in your family, add more hamburger, adjust the seasonings. If there's something that you really like the taste of, throw that seasoning in your meatloaf. This is just what I use and how we like to prepare it. So any questions on that, throw me a comment. Maybe I can help you. You have one that maybe somebody in your family made before and you just can't quite get it right. Maybe I can help you get those adjustments right, or that flavor taste that you're looking for. So shoot me a comment about that. So let's get started and make us some meatloaf. Okay, everybody, I realized I had never pressed record when I was doing this for you, so I'm just going to give you a quick rundown. A little bit over a pound of hamburger, one of my onion cubes, a little bit over a quarter sleeve of saltine crackers, about a quarter a cup of Italian breadcrumbs. I had a mixture, because I'm out of garlic powder, I had some garlic pepper, so I'd mix some onion salt and some more black pepper in with that and shook it up and used about a tablespoon of that, 1 egg, and then I'd taken about a little bit over a quarter a cup of milk and just kind of soaked it on top of here with the 1 egg. I'm going to let this all just kind of sit and marry together for about an hour before I mix it all together. And this is what I put in my meatloaf. I'm going to put in one more ingredient, but I don't do that until I let this all kind of sit. The reason I'm letting it sit is so that the milk can soften my saltines, and then the other spices kind of just blend in with the meat. So it has a more flavorful meatloaf. Because meatloaf is one of those things where either you like it or you don't. But this one I had gotten from my mother. That's how my mother made them. And even sometimes, I come from a family of 8 children. 8, I'm going to say 8 plus, because you had the grands and different kids coming along. So sometimes if we didn't have saltine crackers, my mother would use potato chips. And I actually like it with potato chips, because it always seemed it was a little bit more saltier. But, as I'm getting older, I really don't need that salt. So even in my crackers, I have the unsalted tops. But you can use, any kind you want. And we'll be back once it's time to put the last ingredient in and shape it and get it in the oven. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes. Everything's kind of gotten together here. Sat for a little while. A couple things I can't remember if I said last time. I did add like a quarter teaspoon of dry mustard into this mixture. And I let it go back into the fridge. And then I took it out maybe about 10 minutes and let it just sit to come back to room temperature. So now I'm going to add good old ketchup. Probably about 2 tablespoons full. And there's nothing we can do. You got to use your hands. My hands have been washed. They're clean. And I also want to say I told you it was a little bit over a quarter pound, but it's just me and my husband here, so I don't need to make anything too large in the first place. But you just adjust your ingredients the way you see fit and how much you use of that. And a couple of these saltines, they still might have a little crunch to them, so I'm just giving them another little break with my hands. And one thing you'll see when I get this all mixed together, we do not make it into a loaf mixture anymore. I just kind of make it, oh, I'm not good at measurements. I'll show you in the pan, and you can see. But it's just kind of a flattened log instead of a loaf anymore. It's just the way we like to eat it. But ordinarily, most people will make it into this loaf a little bit better, this loaf shape here, and put it in the oven that way. But I'm going to take it, put it into my pan here. So I'm going to use a 13 by 9. You can use a smaller one. I just didn't want to dump out my dishes looking for that one. And I'm going to put it in. Get all my pieces out here. No waste. You paid for it. Okay, then I'm going to... It's almost like a loaf, but we just like it a little bit flatter, I guess. And still, that's going to be a couple meals for us. Meatball sandwiches, not meatball sandwiches, meatloaf sandwiches. Okay, so I am not a big ketchup fan. A lot of people will glaze it with their ketchup, so what I'm going to do is take my ketchup and put it on this side. And again, that's personal preference. This was probably 3 tablespoons of ketchup. I'll let it go around the sides. I used everything that I poured into my little cup here. So, I've got half of it with no ketchup, half of it with ketchup. I'm going to put it in the oven, 375, 45 minutes to an hour. And I've got it pretty much even, so it's all going to cook at the same time. And I've got my potatoes cut, so we'll have some mashed potatoes with that. And I have some squash that we grew that I had put in the freezer over the summer. I'm going to take some of that out and give that a quick little fry. And it will be supper time, so I will show you everything when it is done. So here is my finished plate, everybody. We got some meatloaf, mashed potatoes, some yellow squash. Then I found some fresh green beans that I had in the fridge. So here's some of them. And this is what the meatloaf looks, all completed. Smells amazing. So now, it's time to sit down and eat. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. God bless you all. Remember, Jesus loves you. And I appreciate every single one of you that have taken the time to watch this. God bless.